Well, hello again, welcome to the VK6CS Fun with Amateur Radio channel. Now, I was mucking around with the amplifier yesterday and managed to clean up the output waveform very nicely at legal power level, so I thought, well, I'll just try it on the air. And I had my first very brief QSO with the amplifier on the air yesterday on 80 metres on 3605. Now, the reason it was very brief was there's a couple of guys having a chat, some of the local suspects, and I just popped on to get a quick report, and the reports I got were very good, and I thought, excellent. And then suddenly everything went haywire. I thought, what's going on here? And I had to cut the conversation short. And what was happening was that the auto tuner had started auto tuning. It was once the power got above a certain level, the thing would just start to auto-tune, and I thought, what on earth is going on here? And of course, as soon as that happens, the load impedance changes, the tuning capacitors flash, and all this sort of stuff, you know. So it's a very undesirable situation. I thought, okay, well, let's have a look at the auto tuner. But something I'm going to do first is. You may recall a few videos back when I got the MFJ 998RT, that's the auto tuner I'm talking about, by the way. So if you've got one of those tuners and when you stick a bit of power through it, it starts auto tuning. It's fine, you know, at 100 watts, but if you get much above that, it starts auto tuning. And you've got a fix for that. If you've experienced that and you've got a fix for that, please let me know in the comments below. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is, a few videos ago, I showed a fix for the 998RT with the intermittent short on the power line inside it, and while I was at it, I put a window in the case because it's got an LCD display in there which actually shows you the values it's using to match the antenna to the 50 ohm feed line. And I went out and had a look at it. I got it to tune with 40 watts, I think it was, from the FT450. Got a very nice match, and this is exactly what happened yesterday. Of course, as I turned the amplifier on, and a few words into the over, and the thing was away retuning. With 100 watts, it doesn't do that. With 40 watts, got a good match. So I had a look at the match, and it was 11.68 microhenries and 46 picofarads to match the antenna, the random wire antenna feed point impedance at 3605 to the 50 ohm line back to the house. So I thought, okay, let's just set this L match. Now I'm going to beef these up. This is only because I originally made this because I was only going to use it at 100 watts, and the other thing I was going to do with it is I was going to just manually tune the popular frequencies on the popular bands, measure the inductance and capacitance values, and I was going to make up a box with the fixed values in it for matching the antenna. Okay, I know it's going to change a little bit depending on how wet the ground is, etc., but it'd be close enough, I reckon. So, okay, so I went outside, so I got it to auto-tune, got a match for 3605, had a look through the window, and it said 11.68 microhenries at 46 picofarads. So I thought, okay, well, let's just tune my L match here to those values, because then I can go outside, I can bring the auto tuner back in here and have a look at it and see what's inside it and see if anything's smoked up in there. Seems to tune okay, but I'll have a look at it, see if it might add some extra decoupling, maybe some RF getting into the processor or something, but something's upsetting it, and I need to find out what that is. So the other thing too is that it might be that, I mean, it's a pretty hodgepodge installation here at VK6CS. I know you find that hard to believe, but it's true. So if I put this in there and the tuning goes haywire and things start flashing around and all that sort of stuff, I'll know that something in the antenna system is breaking down. It could be that. So this will tell me if it's the tuner or whether it's the you know, an insulator or, you know, a cable tie I've got supporting something somewhere that's actually got a bit UV porous and is breaking down. Right, now where was I? Right, so fortunately I've got this inductance capacitance meter that I made the other day. I've calibrated it and I've got it clipped across the variable capacitor in my L match. So what I'll do is I'll just adjust that to, what do I want? 46 picofarads. Adjust that to 46 picofarads. Having adjustable components, isn't it just wonderful? So okay, I want 46 picofarads. Let's get 46 picofarads. There we go. Oh, I reckon that's close enough. And now I need, what do I need? I need 11.68 microhenries. Okay, so I'll switch my capacitance meter to inductance. Inductance. And yes, I do know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to short it out to calibrate it for inductance. Okay, so that's calibrated. 0 microhenries. I'll put that over there, like that. And adjust my variable inductor for 11.68 microhenries. I've just cleaned this roller inductor actually, it's got quite a nice action to it now, before it was all over the place. 11.5, 11.6. Oh, look at that adjustment. Whoa. What did I say? 11.68? Yeah, I did, didn't I? 11.68 microhenries. And there it is, 11.68 microhenries. So now I can take that out into the garden. I can remove the auto tuner. I can put this in, just attach the coax here. I have to turn the bias feed off, of course, and take this little tail thing I've got here. Take that off, and so I've been using this to play around matching the input of the linear amp. I just put the antenna wire on there and the ground on there. And this will be a direct replacement because the auto tuner is an L match, this is an L match, and the antenna system and the transmitter won't know the difference. Then I'll give it a try and see what happens. Obviously this can't auto tune, so if something is changing in the antenna system, it may become very obvious very quickly as to where the problem lies. And if I'm going to use it with a bit more power, as I say, I only intended to use this with 100 watts, and I was going to use it for, you know, antenna matching, getting values and that sort of stuff, just by tuning the antenna, reading the values, and then making a fixed value circuit, just using this very handy little gadget here, little kit from Ultronics that I made up a little while ago. But if I'm going to use it with a bit more power, I'm going to have to beef these up a bit. This is just 1mm building wire, and I'll probably put something a bit thicker in there. So next time you see it, it's probably going to have something thicker in there. Okay, well, as always, many thanks for watching. Hope you found that interesting, and I'll catch you next time.